Welcome in, everybody, to 3 Floating Fight Night. This is maybe the most excited I've ever been for an episode ever, because we have a super special guest from Legend Story Studios joining us here to throw down in a fight night. But before we get to that, we have to thank our incredible sponsors. So thank you to The Realm Games for sponsoring this channel. Please go ahead and check out their websites for not only the greatest deals on Flesh and Blood cards in all the land, but also
the best community run events in all the land.
In all the land. The lands beyond. The events that they put on cannot be competed against, and
Fabric, the geniuses and scientists who scour the internet, doing all the hard work, pulling through people's deck lists and giving you the best articles written by Flesh and Blood players. It is just such an incredible resource to level up your game, so be sure to check out fabtcg in order to be better. Get good.
Just get good. And now, without further ado, we have the return of Jacob Bertrand on Azalea.
Wow! Ace in the hole.
And from Legend Story Studios,
BRYAN GOTTLIEB!
on Uzuri Switchblade.
Let's get right into the custom constructed game!
Free floating.
Should we do a little dice rolling? See who goes first? Dude, in this house, even the dice only have 3 floating. There's no 4s, 5s, or 6s to do now.
Yeah.
Everything stops at 3. I just went to make microwave popcorn, and I pushed on the microwave, and it's just 3s in the 3 floating house. Like, you can't have you a high roll guy?
Of course.
Feeling a little gambler right now.
Even?
Ah, perfect. 4.
Silly man.
Beat that.
Silly man.
Your choice.
I mean, I feel like I have to go first.
I already have you where I want you. Perfect.
I was like, wait, what are these mind games? There's no way I don't go first.
One of the, I think, most interesting things being a dev is that everyone assumes you're just incredible at the game, right? Like, you just know absolutely everything. And it's not true. It's just not. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have enough time in my day to be incredible at the game anymore, but I'm going to leverage it against you at all points.
Yes.
And hope that you buy into the illusion that I actually know what I'm
Yeah,
doing.
yeah.
Just use it to intimidate you. Yeah.
It's probably gonna work. You ready?
Let's do it, brother.
Good luck.
Hello, friends. I am BRYAN GOTTLIEB, joining my friends from 3 Floating today. I am I always have to work to get this right, lead game developer and a senior game designer of Flesh and Blood. And today, I'm playing a hero I had a very, very large hand in helping bring to life. It is Uzuri Switchblade. You know, I change my answer literally all the time, but the one I give most often for who is your favorite hero, it is Uzuri. I'm thrilled to be playing this very, very powerful, very cool assassin today. Today, I'm picking up a version of the deck popularized by Caleb Engen, just won battle-hardened Philadelphia, playing a more contract-focused Uzuri. And honestly, when I saw this list, I told the boys, I said, sleeve this one up for me. This is exactly what I want to be playing. Looks very close to how we often played Uzuri in development. Obviously, there's sort of 2 modes to Uzuri at this point. There's the red line builds, the more aggressive builds, focusing on things like looking for a scrap and ravenous rabble, maybe getting a little bit wider. Or you could play a more defensive, fatigue-ish type build of Uzuri. And that's how we tended to do things back when we were bringing this hero to life. Had the red line options in our back pocket, but just thought the contract was a little bit more consistent, more in line with the vision for the hero. Ultimately, in the real world, played out a little bit differently, but I'm thrilled to get the opportunity to go back to that contract style approach today.
What's up, guys? It is I, Jacob Scott Thomas Bertrand. I am back, and better than ever, taking a win on 3 Floating, hopefully, with Azalea, ace in the hole. Really excited to play this hero, dominate some good arrows. I haven't played a ton of Ranger, but I'm excited to be playing a hero that BRYAN had a hand in shaping them into what they are today. It's gonna be cool. I mean, playing with one of the lead game devs is insane. Hard game, but good game. Well, I'm ahead on Tunic, so we're gonna pitch this Bolton shot to Death Dealer. I have no cards in Arsenal, so I'm going to put an arrow card in my hand, face up into my arsenal, and draw a card.
We leverage that hero ability, get some dominate damage on turn 1.
Hopefully.
It's my greatest fear.
I think I'm gonna go for it.
I'm shaking a little bit.
I'm gonna play out Knock Death Whistle.
Okay.
Being on the other side of red in the ledger is so interesting. I'm gonna grab Sedation.
Okay. Like that. You set up for a future turn, try and deny me some Arsenal action.
I hate you.
Cut off the D-react angle.
No Arsenal for you. Yeah, knock, search for an arrow, shuffle, put it on top. Because now, I'm going to go
I feel like I know what comes next.
Shabbat Shalom. This guy's got dominated. I'm also gonna pay 1 to Crow's Nest to put an aim counter on it. Azalea, I'm going to put an face-up arrow at the bottom of my deck and just flip the top card. If it's an arrow, it gains dominate until end of turn.
Death whistles before my time. I would have never let this slide.
I'm gonna pay 1 and shoot this sedation shot. Dominated 6 coming at you. On hit, inertia.
already make some interesting decisions, should we want to.
Yeah, block with tunic looks really good here.
I was thinking of some other ones. I do have some beautiful pieces of battle-worn equipment available to me.
Yeah, but that tunic, man, I don't know.
This might be a good time to ask you, Brian. Hop in for a second. Would you be okay with, if we ever can manage to somehow get 5 damage across, you take 5 damage at a point in this game, can we ask you a question about
you have
the
to answer.
history, the lore?
Do I have to answer it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to answer it.
I trust you guys. I
All
will, I will
right,
consent.
yeah.
Well, now I have to defend.
You know what the right
Yes. He's like, shit, maybe I will block with tunic.
Gotta put that out there.
Just never takes 5, we just go to time.
I actually am gonna commit some battle-worn equipment already. And we will also defend with Fate Foreseen. From hand, unfortunately. No arsenal set up yet.
You just had to have it, huh?
Had to have
Just
it.
a natty draw. Dang it.
No interest in taking any on-hits yet.
Fully blocked. I'm good to move to end.
Cool. Before we do, a beautiful Sigarda Familia Sigil of Solace. We already got things rolling in my favor. 43.
He is winning. If you click out of the video right now, he won.
Please, click out of the video right now. We're done here. We don't need to do any more.
Turn 1, going for Dominated Arrow. Feels pretty good. He's able to cover it all up, which doesn't feel the best, but I'm getting equipment early, so that's a good sign. Him buying back the equipment so easily, tough to see, but that's a really good aspect of Uzuri and just Assassin in general.
Decision to block here was actually pretty easy for me. I think equipment in Uzuri is just different. You obviously have the rebuy potential along the way, but also it hinges a lot on this particular matchup. Dominated damage from Azalea is always dominated damage. It doesn't matter if it happens on turn 0 or turn 20. If your life total is going down, that's antithetical to your game plan. You need to protect it whenever you can afford to. Not having an arsenal on these turns would be very impactful. Obviously, arsenal comes with unknown information for Jacob. It could represent an attack reaction. It could represent a defense reaction. There's so many more things he has to consider when I'm presenting an arsenal. And yes, Uzuri isn't trying to use 5-card hands very often, not trying to go very wide, but you can't underestimate the value of just being able to block with more cards as Jacob comes and offers maybe some non-dominated damage over the course of the game. So I do think it's worth protecting my ability to arsenal as well.
Do your worst, Gottlieb.
What is my worst here?
Do your motherfucking
Where's
worst.
the worst thing I can do to you right now?
I can tell you the best thing you could do.
What's the best thing I could do?
Together.
This is why we pay you the big bucks, Sam. Here's my worst. Spider's Bite. One of my favorite pieces of weaponry of all time. Very happy with how Spider's Bite turned out. Of course, piercing 1 on that bad boy. And when it hits you, next time you defend with 1 or more attack action cards, -1 to their defense.
It's like Kadachi's, but overcosted, but hates equipment.
Exactly what we said when we were designing it. Exactly.
I'm gonna declare no blocks, because I'm not scared of you.
Okay, we're good. Take your 1.
Ow.
For my follow-up. Yeah, let's play our first contract of the game. Of course, Contract Azuri is the feature this go around, and I will be contracted to banish my opponent's attack action cards. When I complete this, I can create a silver token, and when it hits you, I'm gonna banish the top card of your deck.
I will declare no blocks.
I've got attack reactions. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this Black Tech Whisperers, and what this is going to do is give target assassin attack action card when this hits a hero, gains go again.
I will take 5.
Cool. Let's
down to 34.
resolve this contract, and why don't we go ahead and banish that top card of your deck. It's going to be an attack action, obviously. Someone get me some silver, let's go. Really quite surprised about the no block there. I wasn't anticipating sort of getting a little bit of a free roll off this equipment. Cashing it in early is good. If I am able to go ahead and hit those silvers, get them rolling, I'll have defensive value back in the arena very, very quickly. So this feels like a big win for the Uzuri team to start things off. We got it ready to roll. Silver on deck. Enlighten Strike, draw a card, please. That'll be my mode today. Coming in for 5.
I thought this was like the Stoli, Fatigue.
Doesn't look like it anymore.
Yeah.
This is good. I'll be free for lunch.
I think I'm just gonna say no blocks.
Okay, 5
No,
it is.
no reactions,
5
take
it is.
5.
Yep,
We're going to 29.
beautiful. I'm ready to move to Arsenal if you are.
I accept.
We're loaded up. Clear all this stuff. Pretty good first turn for Uzuri, I have to say.
You have any questions for Jacob? You just did 10 to him. You can ask him his social security.
Maybe I should get some questions in. What's a good question? What has been your all-time favorite acting job?
All-time favorite acting job.
Just like from a personal, like have a good time on set, fond memory perspective.
I did a guest star role on Parks and Rec.
Okay.
And the whole cast of Parks and Rec is so awesome. They were really, really cool. But as lame it is to say, the show I'm on now, Cobra Kai, is probably some of the most fun I get to have. Just because I get to punch people. Like that
Does sound great.
Yeah.
I would love it if I could punch people. Like, just incredible.
Okay, my turn. Do you
You're so good at that.
I'm actually usually the worst out of the three.
No, me too.
Yeah. Don't play Tell Me Tunic. I'm gonna go ahead and flip my top card face up in my arsenal
Free information.
to opt one.
Yep.
We're gonna start out by playing Lace with Inertia.
Okay.
Next thing gets +3 on hit. Inertia. For 0, we're gonna hit you with this Bolton Shot. For 6, it has buffed power, so it has the go again mechanic. So I will regain my action point. I don't know if you know what that means, but
I've seen it a few times. Yeah, I am familiar with that one, and I think now I'm ready to play more like a typical Uzuri and do some defending. I'll defend for 6. Then big shout outs to my boy Caleb. Of course, this is the battle-hardened winning deck from Philadelphia. Beautiful contract Uzuri list. Looks a lot like dev lists, to be honest with you. This is a lot of how we played Uzuri.
pitch the Seek and Destroy to activate Death Dealer. I'm gonna put an error card in. I'm gonna put in Red in the Ledger.
Oh boy,
Draw this card.
Red in the Ledger, a pretty good one.
I like it. I've heard it's... I'm then gonna play a Release the Tension that breaks the chain.
Does in fact break the chain. Good chain administration, Jacob. I always love to see that from players. Clean
Yeah.
out the combat chain, keep it nice and simple.
As a ninja, I'd never really have to deal with that. I'm gonna pitch this Lace with Frailty to shoot you in the face with this Red in the Ledger for 8. This has a cool little ability where if it hits you, you're not allowed to play the game next turn.
Yeah, problematic for me. Of course, release the tension, closing off any arsenal D-reacts as well. So limiting my options here, I am going to declare no blocks, but I do have some reactions. I will sink below, critically only taking 4 damage here and not answering any questions. Which is just now my primary goal in this match, is to avoid all questions. But I will pass on the sync effect, and I will be under Red in the Ledger for the next turn. Well, I'll start things off by putting a counter on my tunic, as I of course always do. Seems pretty simple here. With this singular card I do have left in hand, I will go ahead and try and leave no witnesses. Unfortunately, no arsenal, but I will get to perhaps banish the top card of your deck if it hits. Contracted to banish your red cards this go around. Leave no witnesses from Dynasty. Actually, the first set I worked on for Flesh and Blood. All the assassin stuff, that was the first thing I ever dipped my toe into. One of the reasons I'm playing Uzuri here today, and of course the second set was Outsiders, Uzuri, Azalea, very focused on our origins here on 3 floating.
I feel like such a weenie blocking.
Blocking's for losers, never block.
It is for losers, but I'm gonna try to be a disciplined Flesh and Blood player. I'm gonna block 3.
I'm gonna do something I should have done last turn, and I'm gonna pop my Mask of Perdition. Certainly should have happened last go around, but that's okay.
Joke's on you.
We learn, we make
This is a
mistakes. Is it? I'll take that if it's a red pump.
Yellow pump.
That I don't care for. I don't care for. So we're gonna have 2 banishes. That's okay. We're gonna have 2 banishes. We got red number 1. We're going up. Red number 2. Perfect play. Waiting on that Mask of Perdition. Obviously predicted the top card of your deck beautifully. Did you take the 1 from that? Yeah. Thank you.
I'm gonna pitch this Knock the Death Whistle to activate my Death Dealer. Loading in a card. I'm gonna load in this Infecting Shot,
Okay.
and I will draw. I will then, because I believe in the heart of the cards, play my pump that I drew.
I feel like that worked out very well.
Yeah, it did. Read Backglide. Next air gains +3, and I'm gonna opt 1.
Okay.
It's Red in the Ledger, right here.
It's not. I have perfect knowledge of the top of your deck. As a developer and designer, they send us the list of everyone's deck list in the entire world in order. So I just
Yeah. All
that's how I
times.
was so
Yeah.
effective with my mask.
Man, your fax machine just makes me blowing up like crazy. I think I'm just gonna go for damage here because I think it's the same. I'm going to activate Azalea. Bye-bye, Infecting Shots. You weren't that cool. And I'm going to flip over. You've seen it once, you now see it twice. Sleep Dart.
Okay.
You know what? Kind of like putting an aim counter on it.
Juice it up a little bit.
We're shooting you with this Sleep Dart.
Yeah, dominated Sleep Dart.
For 8 with an aim counter. It doesn't do anything. But on hit, turns us off Uzuri. Uzuri goes like this.
Yeah, I was thinking about using my hero ability next turn, so I'm a little sad, I'll be honest with you.
Is there no D-React? This literally could be. Unless he blocks with Tunic.
I am going to declare no blocks, and then I'll move to red. At which time...
4 every time!
Drop 4, and looks like I'm going to take 4. Lose my hero ability. I'm gonna opt one as well. See what we have working on top. We can send that to the bottom. We don't
I got nothing else.
clean this up.
Azuri's dumb for the time being.
Yeah, no Uzuri hero ability, but step one for me is I'm gonna spend a little silver. Lame. I'm out here on vacation. I can go ahead and be a little splashy with my dollars, my silvers. I think it is Black Tech Whisperers I'm gonna be buying back this go around. Maybe take advantage of that go again. I'll also tick up my tunic, as one does at the start of their turn. And where do we wanna go from here? Let's do this. Enlightened Strike. Of course, choosing one of those 3 very special modes. My mode, it's gonna be go again. This is just the start of the turn, Jacob. Things are gonna get much worse from here.
Well, Azalea known for her blocking prowess.
Just a premium defensive hero.
you know. I'm gonna declare no blocks.
Okay, 5 damage once more, I believe.
Ow, 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 ow.
That's gonna be another question.
Oh my gosh, I should have blocked with my tunic.
Happy to turn around the interview here. Let's go with, what's your favorite non-Flesh and Blood game?
I'll give you a card game video game
Okay.
that I just found out about. Slay the Spire is super fun. I was trying to play as, who's the poison lady? Silent. Yeah, I got up.
Okay, so I've done 5.
Yeah, I took your 5.
I've gotten my answer. I am going to try to do 4 more with Eradicate as the follow-up with my tunic. Thank you. Yes, of course, Eradicate costing 1. It's been a while since I played an Eradicate, I'll be honest with you.
No block.
I'm gonna think about this one for a second. When faced with the opportunity to do the right thing or the cool thing, what's the 3 floating way of doing things? Like,
Definitely do the cool thing.
okay, I don't want to be boring. What I will do is go to reactions
We're banishing a lot of cards.
with Cut the Chase as well. So Eradicate now coming in for 7.
yeah, no.
I'm just gonna take a quick peek at the top card of your deck and maybe put it on the bottom. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Just leave that there. And we'll make it 7 as opposed to the 4.
I'm actually gonna react with 2 D reacts from hand.
Yeah, I don't believe you. I do not believe you. Oh, and look, another 5 damage has been done. Let me think about my question while you go ahead. You hit like Bolton Shot. You probably have yellow Bolton Shots, right?
None.
No silver. Okay, but it was still very cool
Too remorseless.
to get these remorseless out of the deck. I've decided upon my question.
Okay.
And that is, what do you think your odds are of winning from this position you are presently in?
You know what? I played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh as a kid.
Okay.
I believe in my grandfather's cards.
Okay.
This is Sam O'Byrne's deck. My grandfather.
Pretty far ahead for the fatigue deck. Like, it feels like that's a nice place for me to be. But I'll just draw 4, we'll see what happens. Eradicate might say I want to hit yellow cards. Nah, I'm pleased as hell to get these reds out of Jacob's deck. It is very, very possible now that I can just block him out. That's a lot of damage carved away. And, you know, I said it was the flashy play. Now, having seen the results, it might have just been the correct play for winning this game.
Skullbone Cross Wrap.
Okay, it's a nice little start. This is a full grip you got over there. I feel like your potential is high on this turn.
We're gonna throw out a rabble
Okay.
for 5. How do I know that? Because I opted.
We're gonna go ahead and drop a little bit of defense in front. This is in fact a blue wither, so the folks at home know. Somehow the 3 floating houses out of blue withers. Just a hot commodity around here. I will take 1 though in this instance.
All right.
Fall down to 34.
I just want to let everyone know I have dealt 5 damage over 5 damage.
Yes.
Total.
Total over the course of the game.
I will play. Breaking the Chain, Seek and Destroy.
Okay.
My next thing is buffed, and I think I hate the cards in your hand.
Yeah, I'm fearing that on hit a little bit.
It's pretty good. I'm gonna activate Azalea. I don't really like Bolton Shot that much. I think it's kind of an overrated card. Pretty bad.
Premeditate as well.
Premeditate
Another
in the
banger
arsenal.
from Outsiders.
Play out, Mr. Premeditate.
Yep. I'm gonna take damage. I'm gonna take more than 5 damage.
Then we're gonna go ahead and activate this Death Dealer.
Yeah.
I have no cards in Arsenal, but I also don't have an arrow card, so
Okay.
not loading. I don't know if you've heard of this card or read this card before, but I'm gonna play Codex of Frailty.
Oh lord.
That's for you.
Hold on, I gotta read this one.
Just really understand what's going on here. How you want to, the value that's on that card, it's pretty good. I'm gonna put red in the ledger, face down in my arsenal.
For me, it is going to be a Leave No Witnesses coming back.
I get 2 ponders. I'm gonna hit you with red in the ledger for 1,100.
It's a lot. Yeah, that's quite a bit.
Codex. Codex is busted. Codex is value. Codex is life. As a ninja player, I hate Codex because it turns off my Kodachis, but as a ranger, Codex rocks. I don't know why these archers are reading this book about assassinating, but hey, I'll take it.
This is what, the 12th Red in the Ledger you've played thus far? Is
Yeah.
that correct? Well, so far this turn has not gone well for me, and I think it's going to get worse because I'm going to be answering some questions, I'm pretty sure. I will say no blocks, and then I will move to reactions, if that's all right, and just play out this frailty trap, which has no effect. And I believe I am taking a grand total of
8.
It's more than 5.
More than 5!
Okay.
Down to 26.
I'm completely and totally devastated.
I will make a second ponder.
Sure, enjoy, why not?
And then I will ask you the question I've been waiting to ask.
Oh boy.
What is your tax return?
Oh, hey, babe. Great news. I got us tickets to Disneyland in July.
Can't do it, babe. I'm gonna be at the Realm Games Brawl in July. It's a $5,000 Flesh and Blood CC tournament that actually feeds into a $50,000 invitational tournament in December. There's a Super Armory on Friday, a 5K CC tournament on Saturday, and a Blitz Bout with Hardened on Sunday. I'd love to go to Disneyland, but I'm going to be in New Jersey. So...
Well, the Realm sponsors me and the channel, so I'm sure I'll be... Sam! Jacob!
It's not working. I can't build the perfect deck. I got it! Guys, I have an idea. The ultimate Flesh and Blood website, where you can find synthesized data from Decklists from all over the world, and you can see which cards are played the most in each hero. Articles written by the best pro players in the game. Your deck building ideas, your strategic ideas can be realized in Flesh and Blood.
Well, Jacob, we got great news. That all exists, dude, at fabrec.gg.
Oh, that's incredible news.
Go to fabrec.gg and level up your game. Today.
Out of all the devs, who do you think would have won this Pro Tour?
There's something cool that we've never really talked about publicly, and that is at the end of each development pipeline, we actually do a high stakes for us tournament within the dev team.
Oh, whoa.
And we have a trophy, and we engrave it with the winner of the end of that pipeline. Like, it is...
That's sick.
It is the competitive thing that, like, we look forward to.
At LSS.
At LSS. So we did one for the close of the Heavy Hitters pipeline with this Heavy Hitters metagame.
Oh, wow.
And I think it would be unfair if I gave it to anyone except the winner of that tournament who participated in this metagame. So Rohan won that tournament playing Kano, actually.
Whoa.
So we were very aware of Kano being a real threat in the Heavy Hitters metagame.
He dodged all the dories.
Yes, he dodged all the dories. And I believe there were dories in that tournament as well, if I recall correctly. Yeah, so my turn is ruined. Thank you for absolutely devastating me.
You're welcome. I will move to end.
Cool.
I'm gonna draw 2 for my ponder.
Yeah, seems good. All right, let's start off by doing our tunic stuff, and then turn's pretty predictable. You know what's coming. Leave no witnesses. Unfortunately, debuffed by frailty. Only 3 coming in. Only 3. What are you gonna do about that?
What you gonna do when they come for you?
Seems a little bit more threatening. You know I'm under Seek and Destroy. What if I just have the reaction? Maybe you give it 2 cards just to stay safe. I'm just thinking.
I'm just gonna block 3.
Okay, I will. No. It's a fine defense. But I do get to spend this card. It is another beautiful Sigarda Familia Sigil of Solace, and we'll go up to 29. That will be the end of my turn. Honestly, things have been pretty easy so far. Everything is breaking my way. I'm off to kind of a roaring start that I didn't expect playing this more fatigue-oriented version of Uzuri. That being said, I've used some powerful cards. A lot of Leave No Witnesses burned at this point. My very, very powerful 0 for 4s. Of course, maybe Codex of Frailty brings them back around in the future. While things are going in my favor, I still have this healthy fear of Jacob's deck and what it's capable of. He can just offer so much dominated damage turn after turn, and if he gets momentum rolling, he can still claw his way back into this.
I will tunic to 4 and then Skullbone Crosswrap. I will flip this face up. Triggers on the stack.
Yep.
So I actually get to choose. I will opt
False.
do the Spire Sniping. It's so baller. hilarious.
Are the goods there? Will I be getting a dominated arrow sent at my face once more?
I'm actually gonna leave these same.
Bodes poorly for me.
I'm going to activate Azalea.
Yep.
Bye-bye, blue spire sniping. And we're going to dominate out.
Something worse than blue spire sniping?
White border, red in the ledger.
The 14th red in the ledger of this match.
I think I'm just gonna go lace with frailty, lace with inertia. Tunic resource. You have 11 dominate, inertia, and frailty on hit. This sounds like another question. Feel it feels like another question.
No, you know what? I made it through the last question fine. I'm ready for more questions. I can accept this. I will accept my fate. I'm gonna sink. I'm gonna ship this card. So I will take my 7 damage, and the floor is yours. Please, question away. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate those.
There's a lot of pro players who talk about this game a lot, have podcasts and stuff. Mm-hmm. Which of them do you think would make the best game designer?
Oh, wow.
For Flesh and Blood.
That's a great question. That's a great question. It's really hard to say. Like the things that create great designer or developer, it's like, it's not always just being able to podcast and speak about it. It's about going to the next level and going a little bit deeper. And somebody who stands out to me as just being an extremely effective communicator in general. And so I think would translate very well to that kind of space. And also just has a tremendous pedigree is Michael Fang. I think he's just really, really good at being clear, being concise, and generally pleasant to speak to, which is like a huge portion actually of development, because you have these like really tough conversations. Like, people are passionate about things. They're passionate about their heroes. They're passionate about cards they may want to see, you know, make it into the metagame. And you have to be able to communicate with a lot of passion, but in a way that is like respectful and conducive to having a good conversation. I just think Michael does a really good job of that routinely.
Dang, so Michael, your contract is in the mail? Anyways, I moved to Arsenal.
Yes, please do.
You are under the ledgers that are red.
I don't love it. I don't love it. I will take up this tunic. Here's the plan. In fact, let me get my finest die. 1.
I'm gambling, Gottlieb. No block.
I would like to attack react. Once per turn attack reaction, banish a card from your hand face down. Turn the card banished its way face up. If it's an attack action card with cost 2 or less, put target attacking card with stealth from the active chain link on the bottom of its owner's deck, and put the banished card onto the active chain link as the attacking card. I will tell you, before Josh Scott got a hold of this card, it was so much, it was just like, just do whatever you want, like move the cards around, and it was beautiful. And then he looked at it after we had played with the card forever, and he's like, it's gonna need some work. Basically, I'm gonna swap something in.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'm assuming you're okay with that, as you're not a famously defense reaction rich hero. Okay. We've got a death touch. Is there any better feeling in Flesh and Blood than activating Uzuri? It's just such a clean mechanic. You feel so powerful, so tricky. Pleased to get my first Uzuri activation going. Even if it's not the slam dunk play here, I would have loved something a bit more disruptive. But death touch is fine, and now I need to carefully parse out what is going to best enable me to move towards the closing stages of this game. This is not one of my all-stars in this scenario, but it is an attack for 6 with you at a somewhat precarious life total. This is my choice. I'm gonna swap over an inertia to you.
All right.
Take your 6. Oh, a question I almost forgot.
Oh, dang, I was hoping you would bring it.
Let's talk about your least favorite food that everyone else seems to love. So I don't just want something like disgusting that nobody likes, but just something that, you know, the general populace enjoys that you absolutely hate.
I have that weird cilantro gene.
Oh, okay.
Where it tastes like soap to me.
Yeah.
So I hate cilantro. I also hate dairy because my body can't process it.
Familiar with that.
I do love dairy, but I hate it. It's like a toxic relationship.
Okay, a fair answer, and that's gonna be it for my turn. I unfortunately do not get to keep this card as I am under inertia, despite the fact that I handed it over to you. So we'll just put that on the bottom. And yeah, I'm scared. I'm scared going into this turn.
Tunic first.
Of course, obviously. No one would ever forget that.
And then I'll activate my Skullbone Crosser app, showing you this majestic Deadeye.
Shoop-deep.
Shabba-dabba-da-boo-deep. Bottom.
That's a good sign for me.
We're gonna Pithith Rain Wraither.
It's a little scary. That's a good card.
Activate the Deadeye.
Yep, +3.
Then I'm going to read my glide path. I will opt again.
Please do. I'm a little bit more okay with this opt. I feel like this shouldn't turn into a huge problem, but...
Auto.
Yep.
I'm gonna put in this drill shot. All right, Gottlieb. How lucky are you feeling?
Surely.
Activating
It
the
won't
Tommy
be
Mommy.
3 pumps in a row, right? Surely.
It's already been 3 pumps in a row. You know, because of this weirdly aggro start that Bryan had, I feel totally on the back foot, and knowing that he can fatigue me as well. He has 2 routes to victory where I sort of need to gamble. I feel like I do. I probably don't need to gamble, but it's fun to gamble and do this high roll, high risk, high reward plan to, let's try to just blind Azalea flip and dominate this arrow. There's so much upside, and the downside isn't that bad. Upside, I get a huge dominated arrow. I crack my bullseyes and my snapdragons and send another arrow. Downside, I only crack my bullseye bracers and still send a big arrow, but it's not dominated. But if I can hit this, super backbreaking for him. And I really want to dominate some arrows just so I can ask the man a question for the people, for my soul. And this man keeps taking 4 life! 4!
Oh, got him!
I play out premeditate.
Yep. +9.
+9, and then I break the bullseye bracer, you know.
So we're +10. Yep, load up the infecting shot.
I'm gonna shoot you with an infecting shot.
For a lot.
I think that's
15?
15.
Yeah, that's a big number. What is unfortunate here is I can give you my whole hand to avoid a question, and that would be the sole reason.
Are we doing the cool thing? Or are we doing... No, I'm kidding.
So I guess what I will do is defend with this single card and then go to reactions, at which point I will go ahead and drop down 2 reactions, but I will still be taking 6. I do, however, defend an attack with power greater than its base. Per inertia trap, I will give you an inertia. Enjoy that second inertia. I will go ahead and take this 6 damage, go to 16, and the floor is yours once more. A free question.
A free question.
I did so well avoiding questions.
What is your least favorite thing about James White?
About James White? Wow, so I'm going to lose my job. That's great. I actually have a good one that will also let me keep my job.
Nice, all right. He works too damn hard.
Fuck, that's literally my answer. And like, not even being facetious, like, I worry about him because he gives so much to the game. Like, it's just tireless. It's every second that he is not spending with his family, it's spent with flesh and blood. And it is like this incredible labor of love. I worry about him. Like, I do worry about like just giving your all to your work like that. And I would like to see him take better care of himself sometimes. Like, that's literally the thing I worry about the most.
That's what you're like, dude, take your kids to Hawaii, bro. Go relax.
It's a question weaseled out of.
That's pretty good. It makes me go like, wow, I love James White.
He's a great dude. Like, I understand. Great dude. Yeah, I am
Blood
rotted and poxed.
So I'm gonna let these inertias pop.
Yep.
And then
Yeah.
I'm gonna think about it.
Ponder time. Think a little bit. I'll tick up my tunic. I'll move to Arsenal, and I will take 2 damage from this Blood Rot Pox, and this game has become a nail biter. And I am concerned. Things have changed quickly. I thought I was in an unassailable position early on in this game. Jacob has found some very powerful dominating turns back to back, and now I kind of find myself between plans. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to close this game out. Am I supposed to just try and run Jacob out of his last few arrows? Obviously that massive Eradicate took a lot of goods out of the deck, but there's still a lot of powerful stuff still floating around. I don't know if I'm just gonna be able to block him out from this point. I think I really need to find an opportunity to just seize tempo one more time, maybe get him off an arsenal, and then use my tricksiness, my attack reactions, my flick knives maybe to close this game out.
First off, we're going to activate this Skullbone cross rep. I'm going to reveal a lay sur fire T. I'm going to I bottom. Get on. I'm gonna read my glide path. Next thing is +3, opt 1. I'm gonna play out Lace with Frailty.
We're at 6.
Pitch Rain Razors, activate the Death Dealer, Bolt and Shot loaded, drawing a Lace with Blood Rot. I will then shoot this Bolt and Shot at you with Go again for 12. Load on my hit. What does lead game dev do? Bryan Gottlieb. Does he gamble? Gambling Gottlieb, as he's known as.
I would like to give you these 3 cards, and then I will move to reactions and play a Fate.
But that's the last one, guys. That's the last one. That's the 3rd one.
Pop this to the bottom, and you're covered up, man. That's 13,
That's 13.
Defense. Yeah.
You know what? I did all that work for nothing, but I will move to end
Sure.
an Arsenal.
I'm playing another simple turn. Let's clear this tunic.
This is the Death Touch.
And we do have the Death Touch set up. About as good as you can get for a only Arsenal hand. It's gotta be a scary one for you, man. Sitting at 9, this may be representing Blood Rot Pox.
I'm not scared.
Putting you in Flick Knives range, like, Might have to start putting some equipment in front of it. Never. I'll die with my tunic ready.
My mom made me this dress. I don't mind if that. I'll block 6.
Okay. Your 12th red in the ledger, I'm pretty sure.
This is 15. This is 15.
Literally, wait, hold on. Like, I'm literally going to count.
Hey, you made the card that makes this happen, bro.
I feel like I'm being cheated. There's 1, 2. There's gonna be a third one. I just know it. All right, it's the third one. Good defense. I think you made a wise decision, friend.
Tunic 3.
Good way to start the turn.
Yeah. Happy birthday. I'll leave it on top. Happy birthday. This has go again. I'm hitting you in the face for 5.
I'm ready to take a little bit more damage. I'm ready to take 2.
You're at 12, my good sir. I will then play your favorite card.
Oh,
Codex
Lord.
of Zapata.
Oh, Lord. Hey, bring that over. Let's go. This is... A ponder and a frailty? Like, what are we doing here? Who made this absolute joke of...
I'm gonna grab Sedation Shot.
It's gonna be leave no witnesses. Can't let anyone see what I'm about to do to you.
While you're discarding, I'm gonna pop Tunic.
Mid discard?
Resolution.
That's painful.
I will then pay to Sedate Shot.
It is Tunic time. It is time to cash in that 1 defense value, and I'll cover this fully and see where this takes me.
All right, so I just want everyone to know I won the mini game inside of Flesh and Blood. That is who gets to keep their Tunic the longest. I'm still looking good.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's a fun game. Yeah. I will move to end. Your dress looks like
Yeah.
I will ponder.
Ponder away. As I said, nobody can see what I'm about to do to you. I look to leave no witnesses.
I'm gambling, Gottlieb. I'm gonna say no blocks.
Take your 3. And I will banish the top card of your deck and up to 1 card in your arsenal. Okay. No silver. Silver. Juiced up.
Twas the arrow I wanted.
Gonna arsenal. Pass back to you. I've taken a very aggressive approach here. I am prioritizing getting this card in Arsenal, and I think it is valuable for several reasons. 1, I may just be able to seize the tempo, go ahead and let Jacob play ineffective turns back to back and murder him, get him dead. But the other thing that I think is critical about having an Arsenal here is I give Jacob the room to make a mistake. At this point, he doesn't know what this card is. It could be a D-react, could be an attack reaction. Is it a shred? Is it going to pump a contract? He has to start considering all of these options, and as soon as he makes the wrong decision, gives me 1 card too many, I'm going to be able to go ahead and close out this game from that point.
Tunic. My brain says it wouldn't be a D-react back there, but
Couldn't be.
I'm going to rabble you.
Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful rabble. Oh, that's a rabble for 2. Take it. I'm getting to the point, which is a very critical point in this game that I've been playing towards this entire time, where I'll be question locked, which is when I get below 5 life and you can no longer deal 5 damage anymore. So if I just take incremental damage down below that point.
I'm then going to E-strike you for 5 with the go. Yeah, that was smart. I will play Codex of Frailty.
Shocking. Took me a moment, but
to figure out what
yeah, you know, this old brain, it does move a little slowly sometimes, but we got there.
I'm gonna put in this Bolton Shot.
Yeah, some tokens for us.
Bolton Shot for far.
Yeah. Take 1.
All right, so this turn I did deal 5 damage though. Just want to let everyone
It has to be
know.
a singular instance of 5 damage. Those were the terms.
Oh.
Stick to it. Let's kick things off with some silver expenditure. Go find a friend who has not been with us for some time now. It is a Mask of Perdition. Command and Conquer for 6 damage, coincidentally equal to your life total. Command and Conquer, unfortunately before my time, I would have given it a 7th point of power, but
I will block 6, my good sir.
all good. Let's dump this frailty and head to the next turn.
Into that next turn. I will Tunic and Skullbone. Blue Bolton Shot, please. Please.
Looking for some gas on top, maybe?
Come on.
1 time.
God! What the heck? Dude.
Wasn't meant to be. I'm ready for it.
Release the tension. You can't play that trap in your arsenal. Premeditate. And now a Bolton Shot for 8 big ones.
Look, I'm all about being a W, but I am sick of these goddamn questions. I'm not answering another one this entire game. That is my priority. They know too much already. They have to be stopped. I have to defend out from this point. I have no choice. All my secrets are on the line. We'll defend for 9. Not interested in taking your damage.
No ponder.
Ponderless.
I will draw 4.
Call me America. I'm plundering the poor. Deck looking a little thin over there. Maybe can't afford to go ahead and give up another card.
I headbutt your plundering. Block 1.
Gonna go ahead and attack react. It's time for me to throw this nerve scalpel at you. Yep. And then 3 from my plunder the poor.
Ow, ow, ow.
See that top card. You hope it costs 1 or less.
It's the battering bolt.
Bolt and shot. I'm pretty happy to be done with that card.
Bryan's not using his arsenal on this Plunder the Poor. So to me, that says this is not a cut to the chase. Because if he had cut to the chase, he would use it and I'd be dead. Going to essentially 1 here after Flick Knives, I really gotta figure something out. I'm gonna tunic, because I need that. I'm gonna play out this knock the death whistle. I'm gonna reload.
Face down.
Didn't know, reload this face tune. I'm gonna grab Drill Shot.
Okay.
Gonna Azalea.
Feeling what you're gonna hit.
Whee! I will tunic to gain a resource, but name counter.
Big 5.
And then this is Lace with Frailty and a Seek and Destroy for a dominated 10 dominate.
Piercing, too.
Newbie error on my part. I do not know every single card on my deck, which is very important. I thought there were more sedation shots and infecting shots in the deck, and there's just not. So I got this 1 drill shot that's pumped to 10 and dominated that we're gonna try to pierce our way to victory.
Well, we gotta do some defending, as I prefer to stay alive, and I think I will have exactly enough to do so in this instance. Defend 5. This will go up to 11 on the back of piercing. And the good news is I'm alive at 1. The bad news is I have taken 6 damage here.
You know what this means? Another question!
Yeah!
Do your worst.
What's in your arsenal?
My friend, I have a feeling you're about to find it.
Oh, no. All right, you get Frailty and you are Seek and Destroyed.
Yeah, that's bad news. That's bad news for me. Really want to do some spider biting this turn.
Thanks to my Frailty that I always remember.
All right, I need some more information. I'm gonna crack the silver. Whoa. We're gonna do it the old-fashioned way. Take a peek at this top card, see what we're working with. It's not a bad one. All right, my friend. It's a shakedown. Whoa. It's for all the Akon fans out there. They were begging for it. Just in the chat. Sing the song, sing the song. Defend 3, good game.
Block 3.
Block 3.
In my defense reactions, I will play Out of Sigil.
That's gonna change things for my reaction step.
Why does it go back to his reactions?
I think I need to go ahead and pop both of these pieces of equipment in this instance. Load up on effects here. We will take go again. And we will go ahead and banish the top card of your deck when this hits. And now you will take 3, yes. Okay, and then we'll choose red.
You ready? I can show you my hand?
Yep. Oh boy. Well, my friend.
Well, my friend, I think you're
Not gonna like the follow-up here.
What?
It is a well-stashed and ultimately
Death Touch?
very useless command and conquer coming through that I believe will actually seal up this game now.
CNC. Wow. I will get conquered, I guess.
Yeah.
Take 6.
Commanding and conquering, and
Good game.
great game. And great game. Well played.
Well, GG.
Who won here? Who won here? I mean, who?
Wow, I have accomplished a lot in my life. I've come so far, but nothing has meant as much to me as winning the All Valley Karate Championship tournament in first place. I am just so pleased that I was able to come here and defend the honor of LSS, also hang out with my good friends at 3 Floating. Truly the best ambassadors this game could ever hope to have. So pleased to hang out with them, and thank you all for watching.
Super great game. Azalea is able to do some crazy stuff. It's fun being on the other side of it. it. If, you know, if Sam didn't screw me over and put the sigils in, throw out all those sedation shots, I think I would have had a better chance. You know, first time back on the channel this year, Sam had to do me like that. Really that butthurt about me winning 3 floating title last year. Like, you gotta nerf me like that? I guess it's fine. Really awesome game. Glad it could be good for you guys. So maybe Sam nerfing my deck made for some great content.
What a game, you two. What a game,
It was
you
great,
two.
man.
I got
Absolutely.
close.
Yeah.
I was so close.
I was sweating. I swear to you, I was sweating. I had no idea how I was gonna break.
Yeah, it started off, I was like, oh, my poor boy is dying on camera for everyone to see, and it's gonna be brutal. But then you clawed your way back, man.
I'm a Clar.
You Clar, Scratcher and Clar. But thank you, hey, once again, thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for having me. I had an awesome time. Literally, anytime I'm in LA, which is never, I will come back.
Let's go. All right, well, I'm gonna do something. Your last question. What's in your arsenal? I don't like that question. I want to ask a different question. Will you answer one more question for us?
For you guys, I will answer one more question.
Thank you. For the homies at home.
As long as it's not about my tax return.
No promises. I would love to just know from you, my friend. Looking ahead, we all love this game so much, and you know, you have a window into the future, so to speak. What is your vision? The future of Flesh and Blood, right? Like, clearly everybody's eating, it's kicking ass, and we don't know where this thing could go. Where are you guys, like, or just you personally, I guess? What do you kind of see for the future? What's your goals for the game?
Look, man, I could talk about huge goals, taking over the world, being the biggest TCG on the planet. Like, all those things are great. They would be fantastic if they happened. Ultimately, my goal is more of this. I'm here in LA sitting with 3 dudes who I didn't know before, whose combined age is probably less than mine. But I've made friends with people who I would never make friends with. I'm going to places I would never go to, and it's all because of this incredible game. And I want other people to have these experiences, to do the exact same thing, to go to their local game stores, make their communities, make their friends. And as long as that keeps happening, I'm good with where Flesh and Blood is at.
Awesome.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
If that doesn't tell you why this game is good, it's because it's people like this man in charge of what's going on. But thank you again for joining us.
My
Congratulations on
Hey,
your win.
Thank you, man.
Oh
I
my
appreciate
God.
it. Like, one of the hardest fought wins, I know. One of the hardest fought wins I've ever gotten. I don't get the chance to get out and compete much in Flesh and Blood, but I got those juices flowing during that game. I was feeling it.
Any final thoughts from you guys, from you, Mr. Thanks for coming back.
welcome
We
back.
missed you.
Yeah, we missed you. I'll be gone for another bit. Had to come back and get another one in, so to lose.
We'll scout out some softer competition in the interim and see. if
Like
we can-
Chris.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Chris Gearing?
Chris Gearing. Yeah.
You're calling him out by name?
Yeah.
Right now?
Well, because he's not that great.
To the
Yeah.
camera.
Oh,
Yeah, this will be my
Yeah,
easy dub.
Yeah.
okay.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
We got to make this happen in the future.
All right.
Book it.
Well, without further ado, I think we should let you get to the Pro Tour because you got some casting to do, and I'm gonna hop on his coattails and join for the ride. Thank you all so much for joining us. If you liked the video, please go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment, go ahead and subscribe if you want to. That's something we never ask people to do. We never ask them to subscribe. Please subscribe, that'd be awesome.
Oh, also, what box should we give away to everyone?
First set I ever worked on was Dynasty.
Box of Dynasty?
I think it's come around. I think people appreciate Dynasty now. I say bust it out and give away
All right.
a nice box of Dynasty.
Well, Box of Dynasty, Aiden's gonna tell you how to do it because I don't remember how.
For this one, you're gonna head on over to Twitter, grab a link to this video, post it, say something really nice about Brian, and then yeah, that'll get you an entry into the giveaway. We'll pull it in roughly a week's time. So get yourself Box of Dynasty, best expansion set ever, right?
sure.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I'll sign up for that.
Woohoo! Thanks, guys.
See you next time.
Flesh and blood. Flesh and blood.